All right, this story comes from NPR.org. Garland says the January 6th investigation won't end until everyone is held accountable. And actually, there's some great quotes from this article from Merrick Garland that I wanted to read. He says, "We are not avoiding cases that are political or cases that are controversial or sensitive. What we are avoiding is making decisions on a political basis, on a partisan basis. We begin with the cases that are right in front of us, with the overt actions, and then we build from there. And that is a process that we will continue to build until we hold everyone accountable who committed criminal acts with respect to January 6th. And I think that's a great sentiment. But also that clock is fucking ticking.
Yeah.
Because if we lose shit at the midterms, the January 6th investigative committee is going to get disbanded. So we've got until the clock is fucking running out.
Yeah.
We are under an enormous amount of pressure to get this done. The Department of Justice, if the January 6th Commission has completed their investigation, the Department of Justice can act.
It can act after you lose the Senate or whatever.
Right. But yeah, the investigation, like, we're on the clock, man. We got to wrap that shit up.
Yeah.
Like,
after you lose the House.
Let's go.
It feels like less, but you're right. They need to finish it before then. But can I just say, like, I am sick of these platitudes that all these politicians and Merrick Garland and all these people who I've read so many fucking stories at this point about how this is going to be it. This is the one thing, or these are the things.
It's beginning
this
to
is
feel
the
like
one
Q.
thing. It really does feel like Q.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. That's what it's starting to feel like, where we're just chasing this around. It's either put up or shut up. And there's so much, there's already so much backlash against these Republicans who have been a part of this commission. There's already, there's people who want to get them completely out of party. We talked about Liz Cheney a couple weeks ago, how she's going to have to get primaried. They're probably going to primary the person who from Illinois who's involved.
Kinzinger.
So these people are, these are people who hate that someone is digging into this. And we haven't seen anything really, nothing of substance, right? You've seen the jokers who broke in and like picked up a fucking painting and walked around with it.
Didn't they get those oath keepers though on sedition?
They did.
Nothing.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not, and I don't want to sound like it's nothing, but I'm talking about the people who were involved at a high level of government we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Right. So the people who, there was allegations that people were getting shown around the Capitol. There's allegations that text messages are very damning. There's allegations about all kinds of things. They've been calling in people and asking to talk to people, and they've issued arrest warrants for some of these people who won't come to speak to them.
Right.
I mean, so
what's happened with that?
I don't know. Again, that's another problem, right? Is like if there's no teeth on any of this stuff, it's just fucking jerking off, man.
I know. Part of me is like, all right, be patient. A proper investigation, well done, takes time. So like,
sure.
So like, part of me wants to like respect the time that a proper investigation takes to do its work. But at the same time, I hear you completely, because I feel anytime I read these stories, one, I read them with less and less interest as time goes by.
Me too.
Because
Me too.
I'm less and less convinced that anything is going to happen as time goes by. And maybe that's unfair to the investigative committee. Maybe the reality is that complex issues take time to unravel. I'm benefit of the doubt.
Sure.
There. But there is an enormous amount of time pressure. We are 1 November away from the whole thing hitting a brick fucking wall.
I mean, you're 8 months away right now.
Yeah.
You're 8 months away, and the way the wind is blowing, the disasters that are happening all over the world that are affecting our economy and that are changing. I mean, look at how quickly the right latched onto gas prices.
Oh, I can't. I know it's an aside. Fucking this shit makes me so mad.
Sure,
it makes me so mad. Like the inflation fucking problem is a Like look around. Like economies across the fucking globe. We do this fucking thing with the gas prices too. It's like we just look at America and we're like, yeah, it's a problem here. Yeah. Like we did the same thing with with the goddamn pandemic. All we do is it's an American conspiracy. It's an look. It's a fucking international problem.
Yeah.
You know, inflation, supply chain issues, gas prices, the fucking pandemic. These are international, they're global issues in scope.
Yeah.
And America is so fucking crazily a fucking America-centric that we are just, we blame everything. We always only look inward, right? And every problem starts here. Every problem originates here. Oh, Russia invaded Ukraine. Well, America started. America's not the fucking beginning and ending of every goddamn problem. It's so boring and fucking mundane and small and cheap. It's such bad thinking. It's so
terrible.
bad.
It's terrible. And they make it feel like we somehow control so many different aspects of global economy.
The whole world.
And you just think, yeah, man, you're a heavy player in it, but you don't control the whole thing, and you can't just make gas prices go up all over the globe.
Right. Global problems all of a sudden become America only. But you see you've seen the memes where it's like, oh, 2017 gas prices were $1.75 and now they're $4.50 or whatever. And you're like, yeah. Or 2020 or whatever. And you're like, yeah, well, all right. Well, everybody fucking stopped driving because we were in a goddamn crisis. Like supply and demand. But the idea of trying to look for solution or understand that, global supply chains, global issues, the interconnectivity of economies. Instead, we're just like, America, my truck nuts said something changed and it was a president.
And what's funny is you see these memes or whatever where they talk about the people who are complaining are driving the most gas guzzling, worst economy cars you could possibly imagine. These are the rolling coal, terrible gas mileage, 2 miles a gallon giant truck. And you're going to complain to me about how much it costs you at the pump?
Yep.
And you didn't make any considerations about that up until this point? Come on.
Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.